Hey, this is JC and welcome to Small Brick City. First up, I'd just like to thank everyone who continually comments on my various videos, gives feedback, gives support, encouragement, and suggestions. All your thoughts are valued. I read every one of them and I do respond to them, even if it might take half a day or so. And I always take all ideas under consideration. So I'd just like to thank you and let you know that your time is not being wasted. Of course, when I reach 1 million subscribers, I won't be answering you personally. I'll hire someone to pretend to be me. In the recent video, I shared this 5-in-1 combo Lego building. In the comments, some people highlighted that the front was a bit too colorful and cluttered. So what I did was I removed the lower row of colored bricks. So there was a mirror reflection of these bricks over here. I've removed them completely and just tiled the ledge with white tiles, and I do believe it looks better. What do you think? Personally, I think it does indeed look less cluttered. It is a better aesthetic design, so thank you to everyone who suggested that. The build over here is my townhouse, which is my half modular size Park Street townhouse. I'm glad a lot of people did relate to the story that I had behind this build, so thanks for all the comments for that as well. If you haven't checked out either of these videos for these builds, do check out the links in the description below. But the mock that is new to you would be this one in the middle, and that's a taco restaurant, also built within a half modular style building. That means it's on a 16 by 32 stud base plate. It might look a bit familiar to you because it is actually a rehash of a taco stand that I did previously, and you can check out that video in the card above or in the link in the description. This is actually Dos Pimientos, which is 2 peppers. It is a chain of taco stores. However, the original chain closed down and the rights were given or bought by someone else, and the new owner has built this brand new taco restaurant. This is the exterior I came up with. This is a mock, which is my own creation, so I did design this from scratch, and I'm pretty happy with the design. There are some key elements which I think makes it unique. This kind of a hat design for the roof, and this door over here, well, there are 2 doors actually, so green is to enter and red is to exit, and that's why the door handles are those colors, and it also matches the general color scheme of the building. There are these mosaic style designs on either side, and of course this giant 3D taco sign, which I did teach in the video that I shared earlier. Now here's the thing, this is a work in progress. I don't usually share work in progresses, but I'm having trouble with this. I have a lack of an inspiration for the interior. So I've built this completely in terms of the exterior, and I'm fairly happy with it. However, I didn't have inspiration to build the inside. This is a modular building, so it does split like that, and the roof can come off as well. If you look inside, it's completely bare. I did place some seats inside here. I've got a bit of artwork, but really nothing much inspiring. The second floor is completely empty. Now the thing is, this particular build did take me quite a long time to come up with. I knew I wanted to reinvent that taco stand, and I have different versions of this particular store. For example, in one version, I had it as a split design. So it was a 16 by 32 half modular building. Half the building was a taco restaurant, and the other half was supposed to be a dessert shop, which is basically the Sweet Surprises build from Lego. In this photo, you can see that I did combine the two, and I tried to make it one build. The results were mixed. I said I was uninspired and unimpressed, which is why I took it down and I rebuilt it, which is the mock you see in front of you. The question I have for you is, what do you think I should do with this build? Personally, I'm not completely satisfied with the build. It lacks a definitive concept. Of course, it is a taco store, and I could easily just make it a taco restaurant, but that would be just too straightforward and boring. I do have the downtown diner of some other cafes already in Small Brick City, so there's no point just creating another restaurant. That to me isn't rich enough in terms of a story or justification to take up space in my Lego city. So if I do want to have a concept for the interior, yes, part of it can be a taco store, but what more can be added to make it unique and make it distinct? Now, I do suggest you check out my original video for the taco stand, as there's an elaborate backstory and there is a story that develops at the end as well. So this could be a continuation of that story, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. So I put it to you, what do you think? Do you have any ideas of what I could do for this taco restaurant besides just having it a standard taco restaurant? What storyline or what concept or what ideas do you have to make this build more interesting? So that's option number one. Option number two is for me to take this down completely once again and rebuild it. I personally like the idea of having a split design build, especially for a 16 by 32 stud base plate. It is very challenging because it is quite narrow already, but I'm thinking of maybe instead of going vertically, dividing it in half, maybe the bottom could be, let's say, a coffee store or coffee shop, a cafe, and the top could be the taco stand. And I would move this entire portion up to the second floor, and the bottom would be something completely different. So that's something that I'm thinking about as well, basically taking this down and rebuilding it into a split design type of design. Another thing that I had in mind was, in terms of a split design, was to have the restaurant or a diner or a cafe in front on the ground floor, and the back at 2 levels would be an apartment. So the cafe or the taco store would just be 1 story, and the apartment itself could be 2 or 3 stories, but it will be split design as well, in the sense that the apartment will take out the back half of the base plate, and the little cafe or the taco store would take up the front half, so to speak. So it'd be divided this way, so it'd be almost an L shape, because the apartment would be 2 or 3 stories and the cafe in front would just be 1 story. So what do you think? Those are the 2 ideas I have for you. Number 1, think of a concept or something really interesting so that I can detail the interior to make this particular mock as you see it interesting and justified to be in my Lego city. Or option number 2 is for me to take this down and rebuild it into some kind of a split design building. So let me know your thoughts. As I said at the start of the video, I do value all your opinions, and many of you do give suggestions which I know you put thought in, and you really do have a vested interest to make a better build for my channel, and I really appreciate that. So I'm looking forward to read what you guys and girls have to say. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give this a thumbs up, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Talk to you soon.